not cool. All right. My apologies, everybody, if you were on TikTok there, or if you were on YouTube. My apologies there. All right, YouTube is good. Sorry about the lateness. This is being recorded on TikTok as well. So, all right, moving along. So we have some pretty good earnings. I'm writing these down because, again, I am probably going to trade these and chart them, and I want to take a look at them. These could be interesting setups for you as well. GRWG, just for old time's sake, I made about fucking 19 grand on that thing. I think I put 300 bucks in that thing to start off with. BBW is pretty interesting. Futu, DKS, Dollar General, Adobe. Ooh, I really like Thursday's earnings. We'll take a look at all of Thursday. All right. So, yeah, my bad. All right. So, just to recap over what we talked about so far, we've got data going on this week. This is going to be, again, fuel to our fire. I'm not taking any bias off of this. I don't give a fuck what they say, what any of this. I just am looking for a good setup in pre-market trend channels. Stick with the no news type bullshit. Secondly, we have some interesting earnings going into this week. I definitely like the risk reward on some of these stocks. Relatively cheap options, potential empty space. Sounds really good. Sounds like my mouth is closed. Serious question, how is there not one mention of on our day trading of it? So that's actually where he kind of got a big pickup and members, is they posted his group on like Reddit. I've never had anybody, I think I've had one person post me on there. Yeah, probably. I would say that he came after my profile, or WAP.com. You guys, that's like a payment platform. Which I don't know why he thinks what I would ever give a shit, because he makes all of his money off of Discord, which is why he thinks it would hurt me. I've been, I don't know, for a month now with no payment platform. I'm still here. Homie is tight with WAP.com, and of course cried and pissed his pants that I had the audacity to offer his members something that would, help them. So, but yeah, shit happens. All right, so moving forward. Anyway, we've got a good set of earnings. Again, Workhorse, KSS, Purple, Dollar Tree, Zim, Wolf, GRWG, BBW. These are all stocks that I think are relatively interesting. Honestly, we should chart quite a few of these going into this week. So, all right. Anyway. Oh, this is wide. How'd they get so big? I don't know how that got so big. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we are on YouTube, guys. Right here. Link is in the bio. All right. So going into this week, I want to go over my watch list really quickly. I'm going to try and make this short and sweet. I don't know why I have there we go. All right. So starting off with CART, which is one that I have about 2450 average on. I have options. This has been a complete banger, slow mover, but complete banger. This one I am expecting, again, we're still looking for an open, but I am expecting a potential pullback on this one, maybe to come back down and retest that 31. But this week, CART is looking really good to me, either A, at the end of the week, but I still want this one up at 40 bucks. So $40 for those of you guys who are still in CART with me or looking to take a position. Again, I want you guys to take a look. Those of you guys who know my strategy, you actually have PBS sitting right here underneath us. So underneath that 33.34, you need to go ahead and map that out a little bit lower, right? So we've got the same itty bitty structure down below us. So 31.60 and of course 30.50 right down below us. So CART's looking pretty good going into this week. Want to bring back one that we made a couple 1,000% on, which is Frog. This is not one that is necessarily cream of the crop quite yet, but it does have a great setup, potential setup. So what we're looking at, I think this is probably a 3,000% trade. This one has a floor to go and recover right above the 43.50, which I brought that down a little bit low. Nice little Potter box right here. And then the imbalance up at 47.15. But Frog, moving back to the 24-hour, again, no promises here, just waiting on a fucking trigger. That's all I want. But above 45.85, I will be back long on Frog up into the 50s. So I really like Frog. If you guys are on TikTok, if you guys don't mind tapping your screen or licking it, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Maybe don't lick it, it's probably unsanitary. Clean your phones. That guy said ICP. That's weird. Hold on one second. I'm looking for my own stream. Kitty cut my life in the push. All right. Oh, so my mic is like absorbing way too much sound right now. There we go. Is that better? No, that's not better. That should be better. All right, I'll stand back a little bit. If you guys are on TikTok, how's the cat doing? Yeah. Tell me to stop. All right. So if you guys are on TikTok, if you guys don't mind dropping your request, go ahead and start doing that now. I'm about done through my watch list. All right, another one that I'm watching here is SQ. There's a potential fake out at $84, but if you look at this one on the weekly, we are potentially going to head up. There's a straightforward target for us on the weekly. We did close above $79. Good. Second target is directly up above us. I'm looking at that $90 target on Square, followed by the 95.35. So still looking at Square, still liking this one. It does have a downside trigger here. And if that happened, I assume we'd probably go back down and touch the $55 level, and a wider trend or uptrend would be created. My voice is low here. Oh, hold on one second. I'll turn it up a little bit. Is that a little bit better, YouTube? Yeah, if it's a little bit better on TikTok, you know, that stream should be okay. So sounds better. Okay. Trying to keep it away from my mouth. So all right. I am watching Tesla. Tesla down to the 167 mark. That's going to be right here. Everybody see that? That's 167.55. Watch Tesla down to 166.70, 167.55. Jesus Christ, brain. All right. That one is about as straightforward as I could possibly. We have a candle close looking to open up below. If you get a gap down on Tesla, that is my immediate target. If you don't, watch for a retest. There's lots of empty space up here. I am watching Tesla for a bounce around that 167 mark. So, all right. So final statements on this week. I am seeing a lot of pullbacks, resistances tapped, accumulation, weakness in some of these stocks, right? Pullbacks, like I said. This is where, of course, I need confirmation that that's going to be continuing. We don't have to, or nor do I have to stay bullish when I'm zooming in into these smaller time frames. It may be that we are looking for punchbacks. So this is where I end with the QQQ and SPY. So I have given you guys some distinctive levels that I am looking at for the Qs and SPY to be bearish. One of those levels or one of those areas was this cost basis or Potter box down below us, and the cost basis of 436.35, 436.50. This is where, with the 1-2, I'm expecting a pullback with an immediate target on the Qs if we do in fact break this 137.50 mark and fly through their cost basis area. I'm expecting a pullback to 431 with a possible tap of course, the psychological 430. But more or less, bounce 431.50, where we would likely go up and retest the very same floor that we broke. So watching QQQ this week for signals for continuation to the downside. This, of course, does not necessarily break the uptrend that we have established, like so, but it does allow us to pull back into it. So, all right, now to finish up with SPY. SPY, of course, dropped down to this candle, which was that 413, 412.85 area that we wanted to stay above. Now, this one doesn't have that quintessential structure that we typically look for, things like this, which is well below us. But it does give me some context being, right, one of the things that we look for is big green candle, 50% of it. Have we lost that? We're sitting at it. So a gap down or pullback futures wise, and this could naturally fall much further. I would be looking at two distinctive levels. One, 507.50 first. If that is broken, we're still looking at a 503.55. So, all right, if you guys are on TikTok, tap your screen if you guys don't mind. Let me, why is that? There we go. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, Gugino, Jerry. Appreciate you guys. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take y'all's request. Whatever you guys are watching this week, go ahead and let me know. Can't hear. You guys should be able to hear. Why are these audio problems happening? That's driving me nuts. If you guys can hear me on TikTok, let me know, or on YouTube. I'm a live tweet this out. What's up, Astro? You guys can hear me? Okay. All right. I'm barely making it with technology nowadays, y'all. The other day I yelled at my dog to get off my lawn, and I had one of those moments where I was like, did I sounded just like I was like, get off the lawn. Oh, damn. I just planted some clovers in my backyard. My dog was ripping them up. Uh yeah, right. All right. Yeah, I know. If boomer. All right. If you guys have requests, go ahead and drop them. TikTok. I saw Nvidia, and of course, everybody's watching Nvidia. So if you guys make sure to tap your screen, I'm going to try and make sure everybody else is in here. I'm posting this on the Discord really quickly. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. All right. All right, so let's start with Nvidia, everybody. Now, this is one where we need to start out on the weekly. This is definitely one, and listen, if you guys are here and you want me to just give you the answers, that's not what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to tell you exactly what I see, what I would do with this, right? But I'm not going to give you half-ass analysis. So if you guys want the quick shit, might be somebody else that you're looking for. If you guys are here for real analysis that you can utilize, I got you. All right, so starting on the weekly, I want to know, what do we look like? What do we lose? Now, this is something that we can't really define here, but I can find a few points like this. Wick, body. That is 825. 825, okay? So just FYI, that is a level that we should be looking at to bounce underneath us. I don't need to derive anything else from this weekly. This is an explosion. I am going to assume that it's unchartable, right? I'm not going to draw a trend line on this. There's no point. That's all I can gather from this, so that's all I'm doing. I'm moving forward. All right, so now moving down to the 24-hour. I'm not going to be able to see much in here, right? And I also don't have a lot of structure. The nearest structure, and everything always comes back to the boxes. Always. So look at the top, and then typically the first wick out of that box, you'll see it bounce off of that. That's 825. Sound familiar? It's because it's that level on the weekly that I'm talking about. That's 825, right? There's the wick. There's the body candle close up against it. And then underneath that is 804. Okay, that's the top of this box. Now, I can't see much else, right? I could potentially try to establish trend on this. I'm sure there's probably something, but I can't really establish much more without more data. So I zoom down, 4-hour time frame. What do we got? All right, whatever that is cooked, absolutely toasted. Now, same process, same idea, box. Now, this one looks like it's mid punchback, so it does lead me to believe that it is that 825 level that you should be looking for a bounce off of first. There's also one last level, and then I'll tell you what I think about this. So right there. So looking at this, I suspect, right? I suspect that you more than likely will bounce off of this 831. And the best case scenario is that you actually do bounce off of 824 or 825 and then reclaim that floor. Now, I still can't see anything in these big ass candles, so I'm going to zoom in again. Now I've got more context. Here's a box. Why is this important? Because if it reclaims any candle, comes back up, and grabs hold of that 875 floor and breaks the 881 cost basis, you will obviously be moving up into this empty space. Mark my fucking words. Mark my words. You will see this empty space at some point filled up. Period. End of story. All right. Now, I still don't have anything. I do see this. This is going to be the beginning. And this is 839. I'm going to bring that up. This looks like the beginning of the channel that we're probably going to be using on Nvidia. Point of contact, point of contact, point of contact. It also is derived from this lower time frame channel here. Tell me you got into calls without telling me you got into calls. Me? Oh, I definitely didn't get into calls on this motherfucker. Hell nah. So anyway, I wonder if Coach CWC people are making their way in here like they usually do. I love that shit. That shit's fucking a live comedy show. All right, so looking at this, the 845, 839 area, but more or less, and now that I'm zooming in here just a little bit, 835 looks like a happy median. So, all right. Yeah, Gidim is actually one of Coach's old members who I think we've got him on the right track, man. That shit's fire. I love it. All right, so as far as Nvidia is concerned, right? Anything through, and I'll make this definitive for you. I would be looking for, because you're dumping too fast. BMO, I have seen a lot of people try and explain this and they can't do it, man. But that's all right, man. I just want you guys to learn and to fucking never have to buy anybody else's shit ever again. You could just go off and fucking start your own Discord. I don't know. Anyway, so not 850, but 848. 848, watch for a bounce off of that. That may be your saving grace. If you can recover this small box on the hourly, that will be, so typically this goes one of two ways, folks. When I see a big leg down, this is called a wide fluctuation in price, and this is the mouth of a channel, right? The mouths of channels are typically created by wide fluctuations in price, big rips up, and almost always a full reversal back down. So this is where bears will push this down, right? And they will get hungry, thirsty, and chase. They will then bounce this shit back up, one of these places, and everybody will go right back to being bullish, where I would then target the 921.50. It will rip up there if it does end up moving quickly and leaves empty space. Then at this point, I would expect a move right back down, and you may have just established, and I would not be surprised if this is exactly what happens, but you will establish a downtrend, if it's even real, by bouncing up and retesting the median and then pull back. Then why do you end up in loss in options, bro, if you know? Wait, what? I don't know what that man is saying. Gutch, listen, I have so many people come in here and just project that they weren't able to learn something, or they were taught patterns and all that other bullshit. Okay, thank you for, this is not therapy, dude. If you suck at that, go do that somewhere else quietly. I don't want to hear about it. You either are here to fucking learn and you've seen this shit fucking work, because nobody else does this shit, period. If somebody told me that I could fucking predict the market and then over and over predict exactly where these things are going to hit or how trend sets up before it even is there, I would at least be like, let me watch this motherfucker so I can then accurately roast his ass. Y'all got to learn how to be better trolls. I'm gonna, you know what, live troll lesson next week. We're gonna do troll 101. I'm gonna teach you guys how to to troll financial gurus. That's the next live here. All right. What kind of headphones are these? Sony. I don't know. They cost me like $400, $300. Which, what happens when you spend? These are $400 headphones. Look at that, guys. Look at this tragic. This is what happens when you have 2 children. I don't, dude. Look at that. I know you can't see my sadness, but yeah. All right. Anyway, so moving forward, guys, listen, I'm going to go ahead and stop right here. Nvidia is going to bounce. It has, just FYI, we can project all we want. But this is a box, this is the structure and the entry to take it back up for the retest of 921. At that point, we can't go into it with a bias, right? So you either play it at the reclaim of 875 on the floor, and as it punches back through the Potter box, because what you're looking for and the whole concept behind a Potter box, again, it guarantees, there's not a lot of guarantees in this motherfucking market, but it guarantees that when the 50% mark of any range is closed above, you will go make a new high outside of that box, and that is pure empty space. And with the amount of people who are shorting this down, the amount of people who are putting the pressure down on Nvidia, what do you think one fucking pop on Nvidia is going to do? Squeeze motherfuckers out. Oh, yeah. BMO. And get them. Y'all can show them y'all's account since being with me for free for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, dude. And I've helped some people turn around fucking a year and a half, 2 years of bad trading. This man is making bread. Anyway, I really don't give a shit to argue with anybody. I'll just go lay in a bed of money. All right, moving forward, what do we got next? Oh yeah, my bad. Apple, cart, I see that one. I did cover cart, but let's go ahead and look at Apple first. All right. 24-hour time frame first. Would you look at that? And it wicked off the imbalance on that floor. Let's go to the weekly first. All right, so let's establish a couple of things here on the weekly. One, what have we lost? So these are just a couple of things that we want to go ahead and like simplify here. What have we lost? We have bounced off of the floor because anything underneath the 168 area, we would have to move further down into structure. And that, in my opinion, would be around the 155 mark. So if you are short on Apple, that is actually one of the targets outside of 167.50, which is the last straw. It has been repeatedly the last straw all the time. Here. These are areas where Apple repeatedly falls. Here and here. This is areas that Apple repeatedly pulls itself back up and gets the fuck out of there because that's bearish. Looking at the same concept, right? I suspect that as long as neither one of these, we do crypto. We can do more than one thing at a time. I don't know what. I'm going to just start banning people. I don't know. Nah, fuck that. You guys can stay. I like it. All right. So that 167.50 mark. And one thing I will tell you, I can promise this shit. How you play it and what you end up resulting in, that's on you. But I can promise you two things. That gap will get filled. That floor will be retested. Also, one thing that ICT dorks always miss out on because they've been poisoned by an egotistical maniac who thinks that he was kidnapped to write algorithms in the 90s for somebody, has convinced them that trend doesn't exist. Trend definitely exists. Trend is actually a very, very real thing. Trend lines, however, are absolutely trash. We shouldn't ever use trend lines. But there is something that we can establish here on Apple if Apple is in fact about to head down. With the same, trend is always your friend. This is how, again, me and the Trading Initiative, who is the best swing trader on earth. You guys don't even know his fucking name. Half of you guys on here don't even know his name because he doesn't try to sell you shit. He doesn't do the fancy shit. This is the best swing trader on the fucking planet. Period. This motherfucker eats, and everybody I've ever sent to his group is pulling out metric shit tons of cash, dude. But he is also somebody who is and will always be a proponent of trend. Oh, they're making hella money in between me and him. Because again, look at this. I bet y'all don't see this shit. I have quite literally never seen these gains in my life, quite literally changing my life in terms of me being able to buy a house in California. I cannot thank you enough. And then there's proof. Beautiful. And this man's running a fucking Iron Man. Anyway, so we have a whole process, but most people are too lazy to learn or just want signals or want somebody to save them. We're here to save people who fucking want to save themselves. We'll give you the tools to do it. Anyway, I trade options, yes. If you guys, here's his handle. Everybody needs to follow this person. Even if you don't, listen, if anybody has ever told you not to swing trade, they are lying. It is statistics, not my opinion, that says that the majority of the money that is made inside of the stock market is made long. So he is one of the best swing traders. He does not do, and he will be on your ass. You join his group, he will quite literally fucking make sure that he will be on your ass. If you want accountability, he has a heightened accountability level than my Discord does. I have day traders in my Discord, which is like having a bunch of fucking baby orangutans or something, man. Sometimes that shit I have to bring in the discipline, or somebody else does, or they all get it together. All right, anyway. Sometimes, no, I mean, anybody who's a simple stacker in here or is an educator, they're there to make money. But we get some new people that come into the Discord and it's a game. So, all right, I'm taking requests right now, so please drop your request. Apple, as of right now, 24-hour and hourly time frame. I'm going to say there is still just one more itsy bitsy level at 166 right on this floor, right here. Watch for possibly another little leg down here, but there is a lot of empty space on Apple. There's a lot of empty space, so there's a few very important things that we can do here, right? Establish the zone that we're trading in, which is here. This is the zone that needs to hold. Anything outside of the 172.82 level is long, all the way to 178. All right, these are, any zone that you guys see is going to be referred to as a Potter box. Here's a quick, and again, if your guru can't explain why he does something this fast, he doesn't know why he's doing it. All right, so here's my strategy. My strategy on every single time frame ever on any market that exists is to find, and again, I use 24-hour charts, and I never use regular hours data. Never, ever, ever, ever. Tell me why my chart looks like this, where I can drop beautiful levels on the top and the bottom, but y'all's charts, or most people's charts, look like that. Trash. We don't do this. This provides us with entries, perfect retest levels, everything that we call snaps. So this is a box. I call it a Potter box. Inside of that box, we have buyers. They control the floor. Sellers. How the verbs or the words that I use to describe this are just for teaching. This is buyers. The goal here is to take an entry as the floor is reclaimed. Here it was 1750. Once the 50% area is broken, that is called a punchback. That guarantees that the stock has pushed out any resistance, and all that you're going to be seeing at that point is a new high. Your job is to establish where that new high is. We like to look for stocks that have empty space, meaning there's no structure. There's nothing that looks like this. There's nothing that looks like this. And we take advantage of all of it. The same concept would apply to the very same box here. And this was a multiple 1,000% trade for us, by the way. Most people, when I tell you I'm on some conspiracy shit, what does Coach Madoff mean? I don't know what that is. Anyway, most people do not see the same chart. Most people can't. This provides such a cleaner point of view, and your ability to chart will get better for sure. All right. So anyway, that is my strategy in a nutshell. Zins? Nah. No, whatever. All right. Anyway, let's keep moving, guys. So I already did Nvidia. I see crowd. So let's do crowd really quick. Oof. Not terrible. All right. So starting on the weekly, range. There it is. There's your top. So any candle on the weekly outside, I like to establish where are we bullish, where are we bearish. We're bullish outside of the 330 candle close on the weekly, regardless of the wick. First target 348. That's one. Two, down below us, I would say all the way down to 260, but 24-hour time frame should give me a little bit better of an idea of what we got going on here. So typically, and again, I get people fucking trying to say these are not trend lines. This is structure, or trend, or excuse me, trend is your friend. Trend lines are not your fucking friend. Channels are your friend. Channels look like this. Channels are established, and we can typically establish them by points of contact. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So this is the channel that we're currently running in. I would be a little bit careful about shorting this one. I would be a little bit careful about shorting this one right now. I wouldn't. This doesn't look like an immediate short to me. It does look like it will pull back further, but it doesn't. This isn't one of those things where I would say definitively it is just full on bearish. I am going to move down a little bit lower though into a lower time frame. Okay. All right. So 4-hour time frame, crowd, floor, anything opening underneath, and this is where I would actually be looking for a bounce on crowd, is the 290.33 level. So crowd, I would be looking for this floor. This floor has kept crowd alive, kept crowd from falling. I expect that if crowd breaks through this, it's a easy move down through empty space. Remember what I said, empty space. You have a little bit of consolidation here. You bounce off of 273 and you recover that floor. But if you open outside of it, that's a move down. I say 262, 261. Pretty simple. I'm going to zoom out one more time. I do want to see if I can establish. Nah, too soon. Woody, I actually used the 50, 100, and 200 EMA for years. I do not, listen, if I have been able to pick and find pinpoint entries and catch bounces to the literal penny in front of God and everybody, why would I use indicators? I am in before flow. When I get into trades, a lot of the times flow comes in. So, all right, let's take a request here from our boys on YouTube. All right, so YouTube, let's see, RCL. So let's take a look at RCL. 24, ooh, bam. Now, I discussed this previously. Trend expands and contracts. So there's a couple things I want to do here. I want to extend this up to its wick, and I want to go ahead and drop a solid wall. That wall is here. Oops. So right here. Now this candle, this candle right here opened outside of the range, and therefore it went up because this is what we look for. So I'm going to say the same exact shit, except for now you've got a 50%. So if you see a big doji like this, it's typically 50% of that, not typically, it is 50% of that wick, 131 target on RCL. That one looks pretty straightforward. How much money should you start with is unfortunately not the right question. You should be determined on becoming educated in, and I say my system or TTI system. Both of these systems are straightforward. I think most people should be swing traders first. I think most people should start with about $100 regardless of your fucking net worth. And I think that most people should continue using that $100 until they can accurately and with confidence place technical analysis down. So you will lose money if you start out hot, swinging hot. You will learn. Yes, the boxes, guys, so I'll say this again, the boxes work on every single time frame. Yes, paper trading is good, but at some point, I would much rather you use $100 than a paper trading account. Yes, the reason that I tell people to become swing traders first is because you're going to be profitable and you're going to do less. And with the profits you make from swing trading, it opens up the ability to hedge. Hedging swing trading is day trading. So I tell people often, no, news does not override all technicals. And James G, I'm not trying to be confrontational. All news is priced in. All news is priced in. Promise you that the people who run this shit know. They know. They release shit on time and right on the money. It is priced in, my brother. And if you don't believe me, I hope through what I show you, you can see this. Well, stocks not. No, I say stocks too, man. It's all in here. I have picked targets on earnings where people say that nobody knows. Now, I don't know whether it's going to go up or down, but I know where it's going to go if it goes. And the targets that I pick on earnings are pinpoint. So everything is mechanical. Everybody wants to say that it's rigged, but won't look at something that looks, I mean, this is how it's rigged. So anyway, I'm gonna continue. All right, moving forward, Pan W. Palo Alto, which a lot of the traders in my Discord caught this trade because one thing that we love is empty space. And one thing that we love is reclaiming floors. And to the questions that I got, do I wait for a candle close for swing traders? Yes. You want a candle close near or open open on the floor. Do you guys see the bounce? Do you see the explosion? That's because we did what we were supposed to do, right? Now, we went and retraced 50% of the entirety of this run. So from top to bottom, right, we retraced, you fucking guessed it, look at that, top to bottom, 50%. It's the magic number. So looking at this and giving you simple analysis, 277 candle break, I would just quite simply be looking for a leg down to our very same floor. Now from there, the last time we talked about PanW, I said that it narrowly escaped moving down to the 262 level. In order for it to move back up, it has to bounce before it hits these wicks, mostly because you want to make a higher high. AZL cat. So if I cash out right now and I give up everything, can I sue you if the market goes up? Is that cool? That is financial advice. So I'm just wondering, can I sue you? All right. Anyway. All right. Afterwards, you can maybe like start a jihad or something on me, but you know. All right. All right. Drop those requests, guys. Let's see some more requests here. All right. Got it. All right. Speed run 24. Speed run Tesla target right now 167.75. Look on the weekly. How did I get that level? I'll show you. Bottom of the candles here. 1, 2. That's 167.85. That is also in confluence with the 1, 2, 3. So watching for a 168, 167.50 bounce on Tesla. Pelosi and PanW calls. She ain't going nowhere but up. Yeah, probably. Robert Murphy, I'm not going to give you any sort of crypto, like how do I feel about its future? Don't know. Yeah, don't know at all. Not a crypto guy. Don't claim to be, won't ever be. But my analysis, I hold my own with these comments. I'm trying, man. I can see them on two different platforms. So I also have ADHD, which seems to be pretty beneficial for these type of situations. All right. So anyway, that's Tesla. SMCI, which everybody is just trying to short, man. It is funny to watch. It's funny to watch. All right. So I made a prediction. That prediction pretty much came true. I said starting off with this channel, which again, they're trying to establish trend on SMCI. That trend is definitely a little bit more well put together here. I am looking next week. All right, next week, take a look at this. This is really clean analysis. 1, 2, 3. Where do you not want to be underneath? 1091. That's 1. Now, you do have an imbalance underneath you at the candle at 262. But more importantly, right, you are absolutely, right, the top of this red candle. I'll change that red. Okay, never mind. That's a box. This is right here, the sell wall. You broke out, you fell back underneath. You are sitting at 50% of this range. So to finish this analysis up, if SMCI breaks through that 1050 and 1060 range, because again, this is a widely priced stock, so I'm not going to say that it's going to wick, but looking at this imbalance, it is 254. If you want an accurate mark, that's where I would place that bounce, but is the 260 range that needs to be held. Otherwise, there's a straight leg on SMCI to this floor. And just like with the PotterBox rules, if you lose 50% of this range, I suspect that we will be moving down. We do have a clean bottom, 1, 2, nice shiny bottom. I would be placing a target on SMCI at 925 directly below us. This is also not just a made up number. but this is one of the first areas: candle open, fall, candle rejection in this range here. So I would be suspecting that with that being in confluence, confluence just means that I have a uptrend and a linear level running into each other in an area where we can, what is the best frame to be charting? That is not the way that I go about this. Everything that I do is a top-down analysis. I start from the weekly and I move to the 24-hour. I then move to the 4-hour. I then move to the hourly, and typically, if necessary, I'll move lower. Daddy Layden, if you would like to learn ICT, I will see you in 3 years. Yeah, this could be a long, long time, my brother. I have, listen, okay, so over 100 million people have been exposed to ICT. Statistically, 10 to 20% of those people should be profitable traders. I don't see them. I'm just being real with you. I don't see them. Steven, nobody makes money. Nobody, do you know how many people lost money trying to predict bubbles? It's just better to trade price right in front of you, man, and quit trying to predict when the market's going to crash. The market's designed to keep rich people rich, and they're going to keep that motherfucker going up. Something's going to be going up at all times. Ask Alta when the stock market bubble crash hit, because I think when was COVID? Look at Alta. Alta, there ain't no fucking stock market crash. Let's see, what was this? There it is. That motherfucker said COVID what? Beauty first. Okay. All right. Anyway, how do I know if it will break out above top box bound? 50% mark. Again, to my example on Mara, because this is just a trade that set me up for cash. Box. When the 50% mark of that box is broken, I am aiming for nothing other than the structure up above me, no matter how far that may be. Excuse me. All right. Excuse me. Yes, you guys can click on this. All right. SOXL. Semiconductor bull shares. All right. So, interesting thing, and I've talked to a lot of my members about this. Channels, right? We do this to establish control. There is control, whether you're moving to the upside or you're moving to the downside. There is control. This is control. Did you lose it? Yes, 1000%. Now, it is a spot. This is hard to spot, but I'm going to go ahead and just show you. Here is the only structure that you really wanted to hang on to. So I'm going to go ahead and say, just looking at this pullback here, you're more than likely going to retest the 50% market, 52.50. That is going to be a distinct, like one of the distinctive marks that would have to be broken back above. But I would be looking for this to come back and tap or touch that channel, kind of similar to what it did previously. So if you fall back into the channel, that's not good. Take the channel away. Let's also just look at this from a straightforward point of view. There's a box. There is structure. There's your box. If that box obviously breaks, that's going to go lower. But what we're really looking at is this empty space that you've already dipped into. So underneath, everybody hearing me? Underneath 47.18, I would be trading that all the way down to 41.86. Can I on what? On this? So in any large candle, okay, if you see a big candle, it will have an imbalance. That imbalance is at 52 bucks. 52, yes. That imbalance would be right around that 52.25. So, let's see, can I explain what I'm doing? I'm utilizing the strategy that I've created called the PotterBox system to place analysis on stocks, looking for short entries, for example here, and or if you're long, you would want to bounce this off of this and possibly take the move to the upside. Because if we are set to pull back next week and continue falling by the end of the week, I suspect, because you do not go down. Listen, stock market crashed these nuts, okay? That's not happening. If that happens, you got bigger shit to worry about, promise. But I'm not worried about a stock market crash. The only thing that I would be looking at, right, is the fact that anytime they yank the market down and you are going to be moving down, you don't just fucking fall, right? That's not how this works. You will pull back into the nearest structure near you, bounce, retrace, and oftentimes go up almost all the way to retrace to this 50% area. And this is what creates downtrends. Damn. So that's right, chili powder. Markets keep going up, mother. All right, so anyway, XOXL. I saw CART. I am in CART. CART is one of these stocks. I've actually purchased equity in this motherfucker. I have a target of $40 as a median here at the moment, but I am seeing signals of a potential pullback, and I am watching for a pullback underneath, candle close underneath $34. I'm not worried about it if it does come back down. I'm just looking for this thing to go sideways and possibly pull back into the 30s where it will resume channel trading. And I'm still looking for that $30 target. So, all right. What will Oracle do on earnings? I'll take that one. All right. So I like placing earnings targets. I'm trying not to miss anybody's request right now. All right, so let's get some straightforward things out of the way. I start this analysis on the weekly. Bam, bam. I'm looking for overall trend. Control on Oracle. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the same exact thing down. Now it appears that Oracle is trying to hold its shit together. Oracle, 50% mark is 113.75. You need a candle push open above that. Let's read the candle and let's see what happened last week. Last week, you came down to the floor of 110.50 and you bounced. But did you recover anything? Nope. You didn't. So you have to get a 113.75 push. Immediate target be 116. But in reference to earnings, which is a bigger question, my earnings target for Oracle would be 126, just straight up at the highs. And then one more. Hold on one second. So I'm going to give you two targets, both south and north. So we have already bounced off of Oracle's floor 1, 2, almost 3 times. That's $100. Let's go look at what happens at $100. That's a huge rejection point. This is where Oracle falls. This is where Oracle would give up empty space all the way down to 95, all the way down to 88. Top, top. So, straightforward targets as of right now, I would say terrible fucking earnings. Oracle fucking shits the bed. $88. Upside target for me could be potential new highs, but I say 126. What's up? Hey bro, what do I look for with scams? I'm getting people wanting me to download Telegram. Okay, so just FYI, I will never ask for your fucking money in a DM. I don't have any copy trading. I'm not DMing you on TikTok. In fact, I'm banned from personal messaging on TikTok because I told Coach I can't actually say that again, but I said bad things to Coach. That he tried to tell me to stop what I was doing, and I told him to suck it. All right. Anyway, Oracle, Sofi. Yeah. All right. So I'm not DMing you, but yes, if they're asking you to join Telegram, there's a good chance it's probably a scam. All right, so let's take a look at SoFi because listen here, y'all. This setup is probably got a lot of money in it. It's probably got a lot of money in this month. So let's take a look at SoFi to the downside, downside target, downside range. There we go. So this is using the parallel channel. The parallel channel is right here in the top left-hand corner of your trading view. Put a little star on that so that way it pops up here on your little toolbar. All right, now let's establish another really important thing here on SoFi. Everybody ready? Floor. Do you see the candles? Y'all, this is where your liquidity. Candle closes are SoFi. I like trading it primarily only on news. Starboy, if you wait for the news, dog, there's too much cash waiting, bro. Starboy, I've told you, big dog, learn my system, man. And I swear to God, dude, you could probably I would say don't full port, quarter port. You could probably quarter port and still be fucking profitable. As long as you had a good setup and not some hot dog water. All right, now let's look at what the fuck SoFi needs to go and reclaim, because I promise you it's got the juice. Here is another level. Now take a look at this shit. This shit's fire, baby. The stock market tells you where it wants to go. Do you see these wicks? So this is a refusal from buyers to let go and a fight between sellers to push you back down and not allow a candle close above you on this 760 floor. Why? Because that shit happens. So for SoFi, I'd be looking right here. This is 806 and ultimately 815. From the top to the bottom, I'm going to safely assume that's 50%. Goddamn, I'm good. Sorry. But goddamn, that's 50%. You're going to retrace 50% of any major move, down, up, left, right, doesn't fucking matter. And that's where you're going to find out whether or not SoFi has enough juice to get through this Potter box, which has a floor of 875, a cost basis of 895. And I tell you what, this actually has a pretty decent setup because you just have a flat top. I'd be targeting 1045. Does this work if I'm a Gemini? Oh, fuck, man. I haven't thought about that, dude. Okay, Dustin's a Gemini, so I guess so. Yeah, I don't really know, dude. I do know that if Mercury is in Gatorade, that y'all gotta like straighten your chakras up or something like that. I don't know. Y'all gotta like smoke some Kundalini. All right. All right, so let's keep it moving. Anyway, SoFi has some pretty good points here. Now, 24-hour, 4-hour time frame. Take a look in a book. The money-making rainbow, dude. Check this shit out. Watch this. Bam. Bam. So, if you pull back, watch for a retest off of the 753. There's also, and this is going to help everybody out a lot. Check it out. Whee! God damn. God damn. So if you pull back, that's okay. And guess what? 736, if it pulls back to that, I would buy the ever-living dog shit out of this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe I wouldn't buy it. If it bounces, the entry point is the previous sell wall. So if you do pull back, watch for a pullback underneath the 750, bounce at 736, and then an entry point would be above 750 again. And like I said, the longer you go sideways, well, like I've said, the longer you go sideways, the better. Because that target would be right there. So I wouldn't be surprised if you pull back first, but it will present a pretty, how do you stream on TikTok with your camera on? Yeah, bro, your lines are the reason the market moves. Oh, I love people like this. Listen, I have so many people making so much money and actually doing this shit, like for real, on their own. I have nothing to, listen, y'all can't even join my fucking Discord right now. So, yeah, here, hold on 1 second. Again, I'm trying to make y'all independent. If you like signals and you still think that shit's gonna fucking take you anywhere, go for it. But people in here are fucking eating, man. Eating. The link is in my bio, y'all. Eating. This guy, get him. He's in here right now, dude. Look at this man. Look at this man, dude. He came in here for free. 34% on the count. 100. I'm not even telling this man to do anything. Kroger, 168%. 98%. Look at him. This man went on Twitter and roasted Coach. Raymond, 162%. We don't TP at 100%, dude. We get 3, 5, 6, 100% trades. He's paper trading right now, y'all, but he's brand new. He's doing pretty good. One of my older students right here. This guy taught me how to fish and feed my family 4 years ago. He is not a follow group, but a family group. The purpose of this group is to make you confident and successful on your own. Thanks to G and your education, I'm able to be consistent. I ain't paying nobody to say any shit like that, dude. That's some shit I can hang my hat on. That's some shit I'm fucking proud of. That's why I talk a little bit of shit here and there. All right, anyway. Real price action is king. I agree with you, but trend is real. Trend is real, okay? Am I talking loud? Oh. Peyton said if I don't make money this week, she's leaving me, guys. So. All right, control there. Link in the chat. There you go. All right, let's move on. More requests. ERX. What the fuck is that? TikTok, what do you guys want? Baidu, Bitcoin, FedEx, Disney, Tesla. You def put a stop to my bad trading habits. Yeah, this week's going to be a bitch, though. I'm about to cut down. I'm about to crack down on some people in the Discord, man. People having too much fun, not making enough money. Hey! 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 Wow. Holy shit. Listen, hold on. My boy right here might have caught a banger. Now, this is where, and I love this, this is where pattern heads lose their minds. They absolutely lose their minds. And it's funny to watch. Because the reason that triangles exist, right? How do you pick targets out of triangles? Well, I don't really give a shit about triangles at all. But I do give a shit about trend. So in areas like this, right? And this is something I might even go to the weekly, or the monthly, rather. This is where the monthly is going to give me some true clarity. But this is where expansion. So this is major contraction, starting in March of 2022. Now, these are, for those of you guys who do study patterns, bilateral patterns, right? A triangle would be bilateral because it is not giving, it can go in either direction. And I would say the same here, right? This is obviously a setup where there is no distinctive marks, but there are some key, not distinctive, like there's no Potter box above me is what I mean, right? We are in the box. So where do we not want to go is a couple things. The first things that I want to establish is where do we not want to go? Now, the stock is already telling me where we don't want to go. Clearly, 55.25 is a no-no. We don't lose that level. The floor of 53.95, that's where we bounce. So I'm going to move back down to the 24-hour time frame and see what happens when that line falters, right? Because I do need to go and look at the most recent price action first. All right, so looking at why, holy shit. Is that, I had a girl in college that was bilateral? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Anyway, I think you might be confusing this, but all right, so that's a box, that's cost basis, and you bounce. Beautiful. Now, where are you? Okay, so this was your nearest sell wall. And one last thing, one last dash. Oh, yeah. Look at that. So we have a monthly area of tension. We have a 24-hour daily downtrend that we're trying, and bucket, really, if you look at it, the same concept here, same concept there. So personally, I like this one to go up and retest up here. So target 1, ERX, $65, cost base is 67. If 67.21 is broken, I suspect you'll be moving into the highs. I identify as bilateral. So you let people take you both ways. Mary, Queen of Scots. NU. That looks bearish. Damn, P. You'll come on camera? Come sit with me? Peyton's gonna kill me. All right, anyway, 10. So this one's actually relatively, this one's easy. This is easy. This is elementary school, and honestly, I'd probably take this shit, actually. Underneath 1095, look for a pullback. First bounce would be 1070. I suspect that bounce would either be where you retest and excuse me, fall. But I would be looking at a pullback to the top of this candle at 1050. The risk to reward on this trade is trash. So you would have to be targeting. I don't know how I have this charted, but apparently I have it charted. There you go. So that would be my first target. If you fall underneath 1050, I suspect a 1031 break and start aiming for your floor of 950. All right, QS, I'm trying to speed rush through your guys' charts, so go ahead and drop those last charts. I'm trying not to spend too much. I'm not going to give you half-ass analysis, but you're going to have to keep commenting because as soon as about 10 of these get done, I can't see anything else. All right, so this is a good example of using your past the right way. Ugh. Ew. Gross. Disgusting. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted by this chart. All right, so why am I disgusted? Look at the floor. All the answers. 1, 2, 3, 4. What happens when we hit the floor? I didn't mean to make that rhyme. Look at the explosion. Kind of a, but like. So we get these three, right? You see the result. We had volume there. Now, let's look up. Oh, shit. You tried to go up there. Buyers tried to push price into this floor. Nope. You get pulled back down. Where do you get pulled back down to? There. So now we can start to answer a few simple questions and start placing triggers to take our trade if we want to take it up. So up is going to be, and you're having a tough time closing, but up. Do you see this red candle here, folks? That is 606. So open above it. Now you can already see that you've ripped up and gotten pushed right back down. So the chances of that happening are really low. Now I am going to divide this into a range and say that anywhere, any drop below 603, and you're more than likely going to dip again. So now there is also a much lower time frame channel. Holy shit. There you go. So this channel must be broken in order for you to continue lower. So is each tick every 5 minutes? I don't go by ticks at all. So, all right. I'm trying to AMD 24-hour time frame. Now I tell you what, you got a lot of empty space. Now, here's what I do in these situations. I start off by answering a few simple questions, right? Where would you go, right? We're bearish, right? And what have you lost? So I'm going to go ahead and measure from the top of this 213 candle close. And this is also a good time before I move any further. If your charts do not look like mine, and again, just to give you an example, if your chart is not, if you can't do that, right? Or this, and be able to see the wick, the body, the wick, right? If you can't do that, it's probably because your chart looks like that. Probably because you are using regular hours data. You cannot, and you should be really, it should kind of fuck with you a little bit that the fact that the market looks completely different if you change these things. 24-hour candles, extended hours trading, and you must have your NYSE ARCA data package, which is $9.99 from TradingView. I don't make any money off that shit. I'm just telling you what you need. But that's what you need. So if you are curious on how you do this, you can go to my YouTube channel where I have posted a video on how to set up, and I've gotten this question so many times, how to set up your shit to look like mine. All right, so that is going to look, oh, nope. Hold on, I'll get there. I'm not really good with the smooth transitions, you know. How to set up your trading view. Right here, I'll post the link in the Control B. There you go. Oh, that's the Discord link, my bad. How to set up, right here, PotterStocks trading. How to set up your, I just posted this 3 days ago. There you go. So if you want to figure out, or I go over all of this, I go over how to use my channels, I go over how to use the boxes and make the boxes look like mine, how you make it look all one color, how you get the background, all that good stuff, okay? Is it just a look, or does it make trading easier? It legitimately makes trading easier, and it should piss people off. But not enough people know about this in order to be pissed off. All right, anyway, finishing up with AMD analysis. So measure from top to bottom. The 50% mark right here is going to be around 197. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, a lot of times people spend too much time on time frames that don't give you enough insight. Okay? But before I leave, I'm going to go ahead and place one more thing. Yes, I'm placing trend. Very interesting. Extremely interesting. There we go. Okay. So one of the things that I talk about a lot, and I use Tesla as an example, I love a good channel reclaimed. And I'll show you why. So channels exhibit control, right? Trend channels, they exhibit control. So when I find a channel, remember when Elon was tweeting and scared the shit out of everybody after buying Twitter? Well, that actually caused a legitimate loss of control where you have everybody selling at once. It's hard to control. You let it fall. This all blows over, and of course the short volume is skyrocketing and is at all-time highs. This of course leads to a squeeze, which allows price to move back up into this channel, and do we see the hook? You grab up, you accumulate back in the channel which you have established control, and then you run into resistance. But trend isn't real. Okay, well, call me when you're tired of being broke, because trend is real. It is extremely real. It's just how people use it is not good. People do the hand-drawn, go over here, take your little trend line, and do this. Well, you have no accountability with your little trend line. But if you draw channels, it either works or it doesn't. So, and it is math-based. So, how do you know which trade to take? Seems like you can trade every stock you analyze. That's a really astute observation. And yes, it actually, because I chart so much for people, there was a point in time where I started taking a lot of requests where it started giving me a crisis. I didn't know what to fucking trade. So I look for a few things. I look for, yes, I would like to buy contracts that are relatively cheap. Cheap doesn't always mean good, but if my analysis hits targets so often that it's hard not to take my trades target based. My example here, and again, this is just a trade that turned, if you put $1,000 into Mara at my entry and held to the target that I gave you, you would have made $37,000. I had a couple people put more into that trade. I made a lot of money. And I put more than $1,000 into that trade. But I look for stocks, obviously, that have good volume. They're within the BlackRock parameters. And I like empty space. Empty space being defined as there is nothing happening in here. There's no structure. There's no choppiness. There's nothing like this. It doesn't exist, right? It doesn't exist. So that's called empty space. The same concept, folks, would be applied to the downside. Hence why we are in the danger zone when it comes to certain stocks. Because this was the floor. What's underneath you? What's underneath you? Nothing. So you flush and you go where? To the first fucking box. That observation, yes, this works with shares 1,000%. You can talk to my ELF trade that I placed at $85 here and then bounced it and bought it back down. I actually bought it up in this accumulation range of the 90s, but I have made so much money on ELF. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. How long did you start trading? Did you build the strategy? Yes, I did build the strategy. Yes, I did borrow elements from other strategies that I felt were incomplete. I felt that Darvis, which this might be egotistical, but I felt that Darvis didn't finish. He didn't finish his analysis. So, no, but the education is free, folks. Most, if not all of the information that you need is on my YouTube channel. I am not here to fucking, it is not a requirement. Do not feel like if you buy like a membership from me, yes, you'll get to watch me trade live. Yes, you'll be with a community. And yes, these things are helpful. But if you aren't willing to put in the effort by yourself on your own, you probably shouldn't. So are you going to get anything from the Discord? If you're a free member, you'll get, I host free classes every once in a while. But and every once in a while, just open up the live and let everybody trade with us. But it is not free. No. Everything that I do is easily replicatable, if that's even a fucking word, via just studying. In fact, there's quite a few people in here who have done that. Yeah, Dustin David right here, who is no ego in the chat. He has done this. This works for swing trading? Oh. Hold on. So if you guys are in the Discord and you guys would like a AI synopsis of what I've talked about tonight, I had Chris go ahead and record the meeting notes. So if you want these, you guys are welcome. I'm going to go ahead and summarize that. All right, so let's continue here. I'm going to go ahead and look at here. I see Baidu. Need to prep before taking workshop. The workshop, yes, I do have. The workshop's 150 bucks. It gets you a month in the Discord, and it gives you access to all 3 recorded classes that I've hosted forever. So, alrighty. Yeah, thank you guys. Make sure you're tapping your screen if you guys are on TikTok with me. All right, so let's look at Baidu and Baba. Let's take a look at some Chinese stocks. All right, so starting out on the 24-hour, I still have this trend established on Baidu. Now, it's a little bit more aggressive and possibly opening up a little bit further to the downside, but let's go ahead and start this the way that we usually do. So first off, we have a bounce floor, and of course, Baidu is one of those stocks. It's a little weird, but we're gonna go ahead and just like look at it, try to like kind of cut and dry. It's a little weird just as far as price action is concerned. This doesn't affect my strategy at all. You are, in a way, fluctuating around the floor. So you've already dipped into the lows, right? And again, this is something where start on the weekly, get your structure, find out what you're bouncing on, and start from there. So let's look at the weekly. The weekly is describing Baidu as closing very, very close to the bottom of this weekly green candle. This tells me that it is not without question that a simple gap down could be the breakdown for this stock. In another breath, it is easy for me to identify where it will go up. Look left, 1, 2, 3. That's where you need to break. That's what you need to push above. That's 102.68. So if Baidu can get its shit together, you might be able to leg up here. Otherwise, this thing is showing or flashing potential signs of moving down to $90. Did I not finish AMD? My bad. All right. I got ADHD like motherfucker, y'all, so I try not to let it slip out, but it just begin. Just be getting out. All right, so first of all, above you, PotterBox. So if you want to go up, you need to reclaim 209.10 and break the 50% cost basis at 211.22, where you would have an immediate target of 222.31, or excuse me, 221, which would be the 50% mark in that wick. Now, what about below you? So this is a little bit difficult because you don't have a box underneath you, but you do have this odd little range. So watch underneath 204.22. And then most importantly, here. I suspect that if you just flush down, you will bounce and you will retest that 208 mark, and you'll likely stay sideways. Anytime you are going to move down, you should be able to establish downtrend. So now that leads me to my next part. That's not going to work. All right, so this is really interesting. Let's go ahead and chop this up from top to bottom. From top to bottom. What is this, folks? Those of you guys who are in the PBS class. Feels good to identify those areas before you start. You're a good teacher. Chris, fuck yeah, dude. That's the kind of shit that fucking gasses me up, dude. Damn. Shit. I feel like I just did some cocaine. Alrighty, so anyway, I would be looking at 193.80 for a bounce. This is going to be the imbalance in the middle. And we just put it all fucking together. Beautiful. So that's what I would be looking for on AMD. Yeah. All right, what do we got next? FedEx. This is going to be on YouTube, so you can rewatch all of this shit. I'm trying to do all of them. Forget them. You're awesome, brother. Oh. Oh, no, that was a good thing. That was good. All right. Oof. Oof. But good. But oof. Ooh. I like that. I like that. Hold on a second. Hold up. FedEx about to make the watch list here, baby. Oh my god. That's a juicy meatball. You know, somebody last week said, could we stop the moaning? Do you understand how important the moaning is to this process? Do you know? You don't. All right. Your mom. Sometimes I want to be on TikTok, Discord, just so I can use my soundboard. All right. So anyway, FedEx, you do have straightforward. Look at this. Come look left. Look with me. Let's take a walk. Now, the top's right here. The top's right there. That is say it with me, 525.50. 525.50. Now, funny enough, everything always transmutes into something else, right? Go over here. There's another little box. Oh, would you look at that? That previous resistance, that 253, that was a previous cost basis. Now, that's not super important, but it is just kind of interesting to look at. So, I would trade this motherfucker like this. And listen, you can sit there and you can contemplate whether this thing is going to go up or down. Or you could just simply take a trade, have some balls, set a stop loss on the top of those candles. If you open outside of 253, I got two targets for you. And it's going to look a little something like this. Nope. Like this. Target 1, 260. Target 2, 266.25. Empty space. That's right. Empty space. So FedEx looking pretty good with a little bit of an uptrend right there on the 24-hour time frame. It is important to know where you'll go down. So let's go ahead and do that before we leave. PotterBox here. Straightforward floor there. Oops, shit. So don't lose 241.65 and try to avoid moving down, obviously, to this floor. So, all right. I kind of like it. Yeah. Wait, oh, you kind of like the, oh, ew. Jerry, chill, man. Chill. TSM. Vitamins. All right. Okay. 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 All right. So we're going to start from here. We're going to go there. We're going to go here. And we're going to see a stock that tried and a stock that failed. Then we're going to go here. Yeah, we're going to go here. We're going to place a little baby box on that motherfucker. No, we're not. We're going to take that box away. Fuck that box. Okay. Now, there's the top. Bam. All right. TSM below 142. I'd be looking for a pullback to 135. Did I do this earlier? No, I didn't. Yeah, I probably did. All right. Anyway, that's that. 4-hour time frame. Ugh. There we go. Nice. All right. That uptrend's dead. And that was your buy floor, and you closed below it. That's poopy. There's a Potter box. You can't find that. Most people are not going to be able to see that. Don't fucking pressure yourself to do that. You can zoom in and find it. I've been doing this. I literally invented the fucking strategy, so obviously. Yes, I will never DM you. If you're new to Discord, yeah, comment. If you are new here, comment below so I can give you a roll. That rhymed too. Oh, that's cool. All right. I feel like I've done the video like 1,000 times, but I'll do it again. Why do you plot 25? Joey, I believe that if most people charted on the 24-hour time frame, that alone would probably change their trading forever. They'd never be the same. I have like 10 foil hat type energy about that shit. I really, really, really think that it's not. I think there's some. It's worth thinking about. Why does my chart look so fucking clean? But then you ask yourself, the saying has always been smart money closes the market, right? Dumb money opens it, smart money closes it. Let's take a peek at something, guys. Let's fucking look at when this shit really kicks off. All right, let's look. So it looks like all right, pre-market trading starts at 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, in that 4 o'clock session on Costco, right? Does my resistances still work? Let's see, is my floor still valid? Even with these fucking stupid little dots. Yes, they do. From 4 a.m. to 8, or basically, yeah, 8 p.m., the market is moving. Why are we just, why, you ask your guru right now why he doesn't have that data. They don't know. They don't know why. I'm telling you, I know why. I'm telling you that your analysis, promise, will get better. Just having that alone. Trust me, he doesn't DM. Shut up, Astro. I do my best, okay? And the fact that you guys, and I don't even know if this looks the same here. Let's look at the daily on Costco and see what that looks like. Ew. Ew. Now, maybe some charts might look the same. Maybe some charts might look the same. But for the most part, it's going to be complete. So, all right. Now, Costco in the box. Oh, that puts Costco directly at cost basis. Now, that gets on the watch list right now. Write that motherfucker down. Why did I put that on the watch list? Why did I put that on the watch list? Why did I put that on the watch list? I'm giving people roles right now in the Discord, so stop. Oh my God. If you are, all right. Yes, 24-hour charting does. So why would, yes, bounce to empty space. Now, those of you guys on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, where do we want to take Costco? Where do we want to take Costco, and where will Costco retest first? The price is right here on the chart. But where we want, no, that's a target. 50% is the target. It's also the previous floor, 737. Look left. The same resistance that you used before, 726, right? That's the first area we're looking for, right? So bounce, retest, maybe a little bit sideways, open outside. First target here, second target there. Motherfucker. There and there. By the way, I love the way you annihilate the American Dream Group. Oh, dude, I've made him. I am his American nightmare. You know what I mean? That dude can't stand me so bad. He even started using my channels, dude. He hates me so bad he can't help himself. He just was like, God damn, I gotta fucking take something from him. Your mom. All right. Anyway, every time you say that, I hear that soundboard in my mind, and then I just have to get it out. All right. So let's look at Nvidia, you crackheads. All right. So Nvidia, I'm looking for, you are underneath a small sell wall of 857.75. Watch for a pop back out of that and a reclaim of 863. You can go down to the 4-hour time frame and see what I'm talking about right here. Use that. If you open outside or break outside of that wall right there, that wall right there, that wall, I'm looking at it, right? You looking at it, we're looking at it. That's 860. That's 861.50. Obviously moved down into a lower time frame and pinpoint, okay? I'm not giving you fucking everything. Pinpoint, right? So pinpoint, look left, right there. That's 860.25. Do you see the box up above you? Look for a bounce. If you recover that 825, which more than likely you'll do this, but if you do, retest. Easy. It's easy. That's it. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for tapping your screen. I appreciate that. If you guys want to watch back any of the analysis, I've done most of the stocks that are being requested right now, Nvidia, all that other stuff. I want to just say this. Nvidia will bounce before it goes down, like, and it will bounce. And typically, if it's going to be a actual solid bounce, and maybe we're just going to fucking dump, but it will create a downtrend first. And that's what I'm looking for. So once that bounces, I'm looking at the 50% mark, right? To help me. That would be right around there, right? Be looking for that to help me establish Do you think lower time frames are as helpful to swing trading? Yes. Yeah, you can find good entries. New here, do you trade crypto? Edwin, I am going to start trading crypto. There are a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people, damn, dude, are not listening to my instructions right now. Jesus Christ. All right. If you are new to my Discord and never been inside of it and your name is White, comment hello in the Discord. I'll give you your temporary role, your free stacker role. All right. For your IRA, go look at a stock called QYLD with a 16% dividend. It's this is the, you didn't know that it existed. What do institutions make the majority of their money on? Also, you want to see something fucking crazy? Look how many dividends there are. Dividends. 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 Every fucking month. Dividends. 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 I think it's every other month. And it is something I actually think would probably be fucking going up here. Yeah, look at QYLD, dude. This shit's about to rip. I'm actually about to buy more of this motherfucker. This goes into an account I don't even fucking, it might as well as not even exist. I don't even look at it. I just buy shit and I leave. Yeah. 16% dividends. Where the fuck else are you finding that shit? That shit's fucking fire. And it pays you a lot. QYLD. By the way, it just stays in one. I mean, again, it's not like you're trying to make money on the, you're trying to put money into this motherfucker. Because again, most institutions make money by selling options. All right. DXCM, CM, Dexcom. You know what we're missing right now? You know what I'm missing right now? A lot of the stocks, man, that I would recommend are probably a little too late. I'd have to go and look that shit up. So no soundboard tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. All right. Soundboard tomorrow. All right. You know what, man? I love I really do love what I do when I know that I can explain everything I do easily to you guys. You guys want to see this shit? This shit is fucking fire. Floor. Tops and the bottoms of candles. Look at the weekly. You're trapped. This creates range. This is how Potter boxes are created. Volume in between the up and the down, because this is down, right? We can see the resistance. We can see the candle close. We can see the stock avoiding the $90 loss. So I need help braining stocks. Are you able to guide me to learn the system? Shoot me a DM. Are you talking about like mentoring or something like that? Because yeah, I don't. Yeah, shoot me a DM. I don't know what you're referring to. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, shoot me a DM, but not on here. Shoot me a DM on Discord if you can. I'll shoot you a follow. So you can go live. All right, so floor right there, that is 92.60. Now it's important to look at what did you wick off of. I see, and this is step 3. You got 3 steps. It's a 3-step program, all right, to get you off of being broke and onto making money in 3M. No, I'm just kidding. So floor, tap. Look at the floor here. Do you see us holding that stock? Look at these candles. These candles are held down. When they fall, when they lose that level, they fall. They lose that level, they fall. They bounce, right? So we want the same thing. MMM, 94.75, or the wick from last week. And if you get that, I'm placing a nice, fat, juicy target of $99, $100. Nice and juicy. Now let's see if we can find an uptrend, and that would help a lot. Up, uppies. Does MMM want uppies? Ooh, we like that. That's good. That's good. All right, then, man, MMM. That makes me feel like if you could get this recovery, you'd be heading up into there. Yeah, 24-hour time frame. What do we got? Gotcha. Easy. Outside of 95.01, first target 96.50 on the dot. That's going to be like a median inside of there. But you got a little choppy come back down, retest. And again, what happens from there is typically obviously a pullback into here. And then you finally get your third wave, 1, 2, 3 on MMM. It's going to be ultimately very important. Good chart. I think somebody could trade that. For some reason, it's not opening Discord. You look so tired, Helldiver. Do I look tired? Do I? I just always look like this. It's just how I'm built. No, Hannibal, man. Manipulation. In fact, the less of that I can see, I just want to see that they will allow manipulation inside of a range, but if I see that range, that's all I care about. So, all right. Do you guys want to get TTI on here? Hold on. Yeah, let's get okay. Yeah, we'll bring I did do QQQ. Who's the goat of swings? This man right here. This is the best swing trader on earth. On planet fucking earth. Never met another fucking person like him. If he says he likes a fucking chart, dude, I like the chart. That's pretty much how this goes. Google. All right. Hamilton will be on in just a moment, guys. That is the trading initiative. He'll be here in just a second. He's dropping a video on YouTube as we speak. Make sure you guys follow me as well, if you guys don't mind, on trading or what the fuck is this called? I don't know. X, Twitter, Pornhub, I don't know. Whatever it is. What's with this extremely chill music right now? I don't like it. Not right now. I don't want this. I need some of that Brazilian music, dude. Okay. So now that TTI is going to be here, I'll be... Okay, so I'm going to stick with this. This is telling me right now, and I will say Google on the weekly doesn't have much structure. It is holding its trend. That's all good. Now, 24-hour time frame. Let's take a look at this from the other side. Now, most motherfuckers are going to draw their trend line like this, right? I don't believe that's correct. It should come from the lows. So for anybody who's looking to trade Google, guys, this is a straight motherfucking forward setup. I'm not guaranteeing that it goes forward, but I am guaranteeing that if my strategy works out and you do get a candle open on the floor, and or if you're able to push through this cost basis, you'll start moving into floor 2, which is 140.34. Now, this is going to cause a little bit of issues, right? Because your goal is to try to take advantage of empty space. And the Potter box allows you to target the first structure outside of that range, right? Which would be 140. No, I'm not using the wicks. I don't give a fuck about the wicks. Always candle close, right? So what's important to me right here, folks? Look at the candle bottom. Do you see those? Again, how does that look in regular hours? Ugh. Ugh. Sorry. Almost threw up. Here we go. Very good. 130, 136. 136. Now, underneath you, look at the first top of the red candles. Right there. Okay. Now we got our floor. That's 133.20. So, move down. God, this music is so fucking bussin', dude. Okay, so if you're going to go up, right, you're going to have some sense of an uptrend or establish an uptrend, which is more than likely going to garnish you some sort of pullback. So Google, folks, my signal would be obviously 134.21, but the cost basis underneath you, 134.40. Watch for a pullback and I'm actually not guaranteeing a bounce on this one simply because you did retest it. So it may be where you end up going into the 50% mark. Hi. Are you hot? Oh, baby, you got a fever. Yeah, you're really warm. What happened? You coughing today? Do you want to? I think maybe we take a bubble bath. No. All right. Well, give me a minute, and I'll be with you. Okay. Let's take a look at the QQQ. You draw from the lows on that. Yeah, Hannibal, it's yes, if you're trying to get inside of my Discord, you got to go to Google, type simple stacks investments Discord, and then it should be on your browser the first one that comes up right here with the invite link. So there you go. All right. So for the Qs, guys, I am seeing possibly a little bit more downside. Again, we're not calling for a fucking market crash or anything like that, but okay. Is she, hey, she does have a fever. I knew she was getting sick. All right, guys. Man, my daughter has just gotten a fever on me. I guess I'm prepared for no sleep tonight. Yeah, man. She's got a 199 fluctuating fever, so she was coughing again. But that's she's in pre-K, man. They're just getting immunized every day. It's just a lot. It's just a whole year of immunizations. Oh, it's all good, guys. It's all good, guys. Part of being a parent, part of being a dad, mom. Shit happens. Kids get sick. There it is. So below 437, I'm calling this short down to 4. So target 1, 431.28. Target 2, I'm going to go ahead and say 429. So yeah. I did TSM. So thank you for the gifts, guys. The donuts and the hearts. Damn, dude. Yeah. The Woofer, if you want, you can go on YouTube, and I did stream that live. So link is in the Discord for the Potterbox workshop. Would like your thoughts on long-term wise? I am actually long on PLTR. I've been long on this thing for a while now. Throughout the years, actually, I've made a decent money on PLTR. Not as much as I made on ELF, but here, let's see here. Okay, so there's a couple of things here worth noting. One is that PLTR looks a bit like this, which has this up at resistance. And I have a couple of rules, right? My rule is obviously, oof, damn, Ellie just came over here. I don't feel good. So anything underneath 25.35, and I do think we're going to pull back. Now, if you lose 24.10, I think we get an even healthier pullback, and I'll call it healthy because that's what it is. It's ripped really hard, and it has left a lot of empty space. Now, those of you guys looking for a pretty high probability play, this is going to go a couple. In fact, I can already see how this is going to go a little bit. I think that we're going to end up seeing something like this. Hmm? Yeah. I gave her a tablespoon earlier, so she should be fine. Huh? Yeah, she needs more. Yeah, she needs more. All right. I think I don't know if TCI he's trying to make it. What you can do is chop garlic. ASD, dude, you wouldn't believe how much. Now she's not gonna do that. But I personally, uh, that's the only thing I do when I get sick. Typically, is I do garlic and honey and turmeric, and I'll eat hot peppers, fire cider. I basically try to like hurt myself with like herbs. So try not to take a bunch of shit. All right. Anyway, so PLTR underneath 2150. That's short all the way down to 1860. Yeah, ginger too. I can't get my hands on raw ginger all the time though. You know what I mean? Herbs. All right. All right, guys, let's keep going here. IONQ, right? Okay. Oof. So this one was, it did go up. It did hit. In fact, it hit that almost like a cost basis mark in one day. I will say that's fucking not good for continuation of the upside. I think I gave you some analysis on this one previously, and it does seem like they're keeping it like this, right? So you got that candle open, the wick, and then this is what. So I stand by, I think what I remember saying last time is outside of 1250 and through the cost basis candle close, I'd be aiming up towards like 15 bucks. And you do have a really successful bounce, you know, off of this 912 floor, but it has not amounted to anything. So it would be really, really essential if you are bullish to get an open above 1165. If you're looking for a downside move on this thing, I would say a good place to start a potential. I would, well, again, this is how I'm going to word this. Below 1025, I would probably start a short. Now you are below the floor and you have 992, but you would want you want to be, if you're not here, you want to be here, or you want to be under here, which is that 1080. So, do I sell Nvidia? So I can't tell you what to do, brother. Yes, Matthew. I'm gonna be on. I'll be on Helldivers here, and I'll play in a minute. Uh, if you guys want to play with me, it's funny. I played with somebody from TikTok the other day. Ended up giving this motherfucker a one-on-one while we were killing bugs, bro. That shit was crazy. He was asking me questions. I can't help it, man. All right, hold on. I gotta. No, no, sir. Yeah, dude, I can't stand it when people spam, bro. That shit fucking, it just gets under my skin. I know, I mean, I might do that shit too, but I mean, I know I don't spam anybody, but you know, maybe if I was on the other side, I. Nah, dude, I legitimately had somebody, yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Everybody ready for Nvidia? I'm gonna give you my analysis here. So on the 4 hour, you're already moving through this box, and I suspect that your next, no, I don't suspect. Your next target is 833. Now, if you're thinking about selling it, here's what's gonna happen. This is, and call me cocky. I've been here before. Before too long, right? This motherfucker's gonna bounce, and I would safely assume that what you're looking at is here. Okay? So when I look at this chart, right, I see two potential targets. And it's gonna look something like this. And I listen, I this is one of those setups where I'm like, you know, that's gonna happen. So oh, okay, that went away. All right, so here's your two targets. Now, this is where you're going to get one of those like stutter steps where you bounce here and then get quickly shorted back down, and or you short super fast, you bounce, and then you fucking get a big candle all the way up to 846. Listen, that bounce is fire. That bounce would be fire. This is just the way that my eyes are built. Period. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So anyway, I would be looking for anything below 846. leg down 833.50, and second target 820. Excuse me, 820. 824.25. Carvana. Yo, I actually now this one actually might be a short or temporary short, but I'd be watching for a bounce off of, and it already came down realistically, so you can't come down too much more. But it is underneath 83.35 that I would be possibly short on Carvana. The way that I look at this is kind of like at the 24-hour time frame, pulling it back. You guys know the deal. That's your Potter box. So Carvana filling the gap, losing 79.60 would probably result in us moving much further down. But at the same time, this is still bullish and you're still opening up outside of that current box, right? And I don't see anything trapping you down. The only thing I see is this. And so this still gives a $103 target on Carvana, right? And that's all dependent on whether or not you lose the $83 mark. So pullback bounce would be great. I still think this one could squeeze up and out of here, given the channel that it's trading in. So you all right? Okay. All right, guys. On Carvana, Ahmed. Beautiful. Ahmed, that's beautiful, man. Yeah, we actually played this one on I think it was this rip right here. Nice, beautiful punchback. We made a lot of money on Carvana at the beginning of the year. So what happened to my Instagram? It's still there, right? Did I get banned? I get banned a lot off of stuff, so yeah, PotterStocks trading. Still still on. I trust people get banned a lot. Yeah, I get banned. Yeah, man. Yeah, well, Carvana is near those. So, Ahmed, I think that Carvana ends up tapping $100. This is something that is just it's how the stock market works. You don't lose floors and just flush them without touching them. So I say that gets touched. 98.33, $100. What do we have to Google? No, you're good. You're Googling simple stacks investments. Simple stacks investments. Uh, and then yeah, the Discord link is like right here. What are the best day trading servers of 2024? I kind of want to click on this just to see what scammers say. Yep, scam, black box stock, scam. I've never heard of. Yeah, no, I have heard of those dudes. Yeah, scam, scam. That's a not even a trading fucking Discord. What the fuck? That's so stupid. Wall Street bets. Huh. Anyway, do I see Sony coming back to $100? I sure hope so, my boy. Because right now we are in danger at 84.35 to break down below this and fall. So, but as of right now, I still have this thing in an uptrend. So I am looking for Sony to rip ass and to move back up here for a number 3 and beyond. Helldivers. But this shit also looks like with that break of 84.60, we're gonna hell. What do I think of Team Bull Trading? He's an absolute 100% scammer. He lied about making $1 million. He's lied about everything else he's done. I would never trust an individual like that, nor would I ever associate myself with that. I've got too much fucking pride. So I think they're terrible. I think he's a terrible person. I think half these people in the stock market are fucking terrible people. So terrible people who like to prey on the fucking poor, prey on people using strategies that most people will never even ever be able to utilize because they don't have the capital. Most people are never going to have $20,000-$30,000 of capital. And if they do get that capital through trading, they're going to blow it all trying to fucking replicate what you did. So yeah, they're doo-doo. T-Bull booted me for asking too many questions. That's fucking crazy. Dan F. I joined your yearly. Yes, they are recorded. If you want, listen. This is the only thing, and it includes a month in the Discord. I can't teach everybody, and I already have. If you guys want to go and do this DIY, everything you need is on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to go to YouTube, you can go there. I have how you set up your charts. I have most of the educational stuff. If you're somebody who could just do it on your own, do it on your own. But if you want the lessons, like all of them, you can go and I'll send you an invite, Potterbox Workshop, and then you get all the classes. So you get class 2, you get class 1. Obviously, I post a lot of shit in here. Students post a lot of it, but you'll have access to this Discord forever. And all of the chapters, Hamilton, myself, chapter class 2, and then the most recent class that we held right here. So and then a month in the Discord. There is the fact that you got booted for asking a question, bro, see, I can't fucking stand those people, dude. They're just such shitty fucks. I think this shit that I think won't dawn on them until they're fucking old. Until they're actually old and they're like, their grandkids are sitting around them, if they even have those, and they're like, what'd you do when you were younger, grandpa? And they're gonna have to fucking lie to them and be like, oh yeah, well, it's a good stock trader. No, you were a scammer. You have nothing to hang your hat on. This is hot dog doo-doo water. You did recover your floor. You did successfully punch back. It seems like they liquidated the dog shit out of you. So this looks like a pump and dump scheme to me. So, yes. Hamilton from TTI and me work close-ish together. He posts inside of the Discord. Look at this shit, dude. 165%, 335%, 90%. These motherfuckers, he just eats. Me, he eats, I eat. I eat on the lower time frames. He eats over weeks. And they be eating, dude. Do I believe in Elliott wave theory? Do I believe in it? No. No, I don't. I believe in one thing that the Elliott wave theory kind of gets to, and that's 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, no. I will never pick, guys. Everything that I do works, and it works so fucking good, and I just can't. I will never. The only thing I need to do is get better at what I already am doing. That's all. That's it. That's all I have to do. I've created something that works and makes people a lot of money. It makes me a lot of money. And I'm never going to, there's no reason for me to add indicators. There's no reason for me to do anything. Listen to anybody. Now, I'll listen to advice. I'll listen to wisdom. I'll listen to other people's observations. I'll listen to TTI. I'll listen to people's fundamental investing stuff. But when it comes to technicals, this. If you're trying to get into my Discord, again, you need to Google simple stacks investments. All right. SMCI supercomputer. So this one's 24-hour time frame. I already talked about this one earlier. You kind of have to go down into a 24-hour or 4-hour time frame where you can see the 1085 is the median. 1081 lost to the downside would lead you directly down to 110. I personally am looking at a pullback either to 975 and more than likely the 930 mark. So this one I am seeing. So if you kind of take this very same channel that I'm showing you right here and you shrink it down like this is the channel that we're currently operating in. So obviously there's a 1045 level that we could potentially bounce here. So I would just say watch for the 1045 area on SMCI. But if that candle closes below the 1082, that will likely continue moving to the downside. So how you trade on the smaller time frame, if the larger time suggests one thing, but the smaller another. It's so you put them together, brother. It just takes a little bit of problem solving. And so let's look at it this way, right? If I have a weekly downtrend, right? Now, on a lower time frame, say the 24-hour time frame, I have also a lower time frame downtrend. So these two things would go together, ultimately lead me to believe that, yeah, maybe we are really bearish. But in the same breath, as long as a stock is going up, right, and you don't go straight down. And in fact, at some points, it's really, really hard to spot when those reversals are going to occur. So I use lower time frame uptrends and downtrends in order to establish how, let's say, in order for Tesla to be bullish again on the weekly, right? On the weekly, we need to go and reclaim the 205 floor here. Then I go to the 24-hour and I see that very same wall. That's 204, 205. I could utilize, and this did not happen, but if we did end up bouncing here, right, I would be able to both make a weekly play, then utilize the lower time frame in order to make that trade. Because making a trade that you've derived from the weekly where you're saying, I need to reclaim this, is hard. But being able to zoom into a lower time frame, find a lower time frame uptrend, you can play your bounces. Or if you're short, you can go ahead and look for areas that you need to retest and you need to be pulling back on. So both can be true. You could have an uptrend on the hourly and a 24-hour downtrend. This would be important if you were playing the downtrend to make sure that the lower time frame uptrend is broken. It's pretty simple. Same, and obviously if the lower time or the higher time frame downtrend is set to end, you would want to know where that break would need to happen. So, all right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and reel it in. I hope you guys have had got whatever you guys were looking for as far as analysis is concerned. This upcoming week, sorry about that. This upcoming week, I will be hosting Lava Therapeutics is trash, my brother. This thing looks like it's going to crash underneath 216. If you have information I can't tell you, but I would be looking anything underneath that 216 mark, you're going to crash. I think I've done, yes. The workshop is up right now. If you want to learn my system and have access to all of my recordings and learn at your own pace, there you go. I'm going to be doing an introductory class this week for all new PBS signups. You also be able to trade with me for a month, ask questions for a month. Do not join if you're quiet. Do not join if you're quiet. Speak up. In fact, stop paying for things and then feeling like you can't ask questions. You should be fucking using the money that you spent if you do spend it. Spend money, get value. Don't get value, get your money back. So you should ask a lot of questions and show up. And no, it's not free. If you do join the Discord and you, 216 break, or 214, excuse me, would be the break I'm looking for to the downside. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great week. I'll be live tomorrow morning around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So those of you guys who want to start the day with me, we will start on YouTube and TikTok, and then we will log off before the bell. So that way I can, yeah, exactly. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Shoot me, what are you talking about, AG? Hey, user 928, you've been in here for 3 seconds. Shut up. Just pipe down. You don't hate, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So pipe down, shut up, go somewhere else. You can, I appreciate your effort and I'm with you on that. But I don't make money on subs, big dog. And in fact, I just had my payment platform shut down for doing exactly what you're doing, speaking out about people who fucking don't do what they say they're gonna do and don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and obviously make money on monthly subs and shit like that. I don't have any monthly memberships. So, And in fact, my payment platform just got shut down 3.5 weeks ago, and I'm still here. Uh, yeah. So what's up, B? Okay. I know what that meant. I know what that meant. All right, I'm getting on. Do I trade penny stocks? Nope, I don't. SQ looks tasty. I want SQ this week, guys. I want SQ. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna play that one. Cheap contracts. I'll buy like 150 of those motherfuckers. $4 move. I'm looking for 84. Peyton wants cuddles. Nah. Y'all are weird. Peyton. Nah, you need to show them the face you just made me, so they know that wasn't. They took that wrong. They're over sexualized. That she mean mugged me, y'all. I don't know what y'all are thinking. You think traders get fucking hugs and kisses? She's like, get off this fucking computer before I castrate you. I am going to be. He's going to Pound Town. Oh my god, bro. I'm 32 years old, dog. It ain't like that no more. They're jealous. Yeah. I'm gonna say your name. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we got a kid with a fucking 100-degree fever. we we're gonna be in the sick house tonight, dude. Dick's Sporting Goods is Young Buck saying, we're too old, man. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at that fucking trend line. I'm sorry. Look at that shit. That's fire. Dick's could be capped out. This could be the cap. This shit's at all-time motherfucking highs with empty space underneath you. I don't know. I kind of want to. Yeah, I ain't got nothing for you, but I do got that trend line, and that trend line says you just tapped resistance, and you got a lot of empty space underneath you. This dick might fall. Nah. No. Well, all right, you know what? Rather than arguing that, I will look at it. So I see this where the bodies of the candles and the body hits there. So I know that it's in there, but we'll look at your trend. We'll see if that's correct. I think they would add $200 to the target if that's the case. So if earnings is coming, I believe earnings is coming now, or did that already happen? Yeah, my two targets for dicks would be 149.50 and $200. There you go. Yes. Yes, this week's is earnings. So, all right, folks, I gotta go. You guys have a great night. I'll finish this one up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take your guys' requests tomorrow morning. Show up, know what you're gonna fucking trade. Look at that shit. That's fire. That's oh come on, man. I can't convince the whole world this shit works. But when I see, I mean, come on. Why did you reject there? Nobody knows about cost basis. We know. God did. Okay. Do I like ceviche? Yes, I like ceviche, dude. Once you make like over $300,000 a year, dude, you all of a sudden are like, I need to eat ceviche. Am I allowed to say that name here? What'd I say? What name? What name? Did I say the N word? What'd I say? I don't know what I said. Zoro. I don't talk about that stuff, but oh, I'm uneducated with ceviche. It's like raw meat cooked by a citrus juice with onions and cilantro and shit like that. You send me a pay stub for 300K a month and I work for you. Where is ON going? Well, I can tell you that you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Look at that. Tap, tap, tap. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd be fucking vying for this shit to break. I'd be trying to take this shit up. In fact, I'm gonna write this shit down. What is that? ON, ON. That's a trade I'm gonna take, and I would buy target based call, $45 strikes, maybe 50s, probably $48. Probably go out I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I'd have to look at the options, but this looks fire. We are still waiting on that firm. Yeah, man, I'm having internal fucking battles, man. If I start a firm, I'm gonna be way busier than I am now, and that means less time with my children. And I just don't know if I can put money or a price on that. I don't want to miss. I missed even just studying to become a trader. You know, I missed more than I probably would have wanted to. I'm here every day, but how's the house renovations going? Well, I'm in the middle of about to. I'm probably going to be suing the ever living dog shit out of somebody right now. No, I am actually. I hope that person's watching right now because I'm going to be suing the fuck out of you. But yeah, it's not going great. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going to be doing this shit myself. I'm going to have to go and work on my own foundation myself because the contractors here in Georgia, in Savannah, Georgia, are fucked. So, anyway, I'm glad I know how to do it myself. But fuck, man, dude, these people piss me off. I get so pissed with contractors. Like, I'll pay you good. I'll pay you good. I'll pay you more than what you fucking charge me. Just do a good job. I'm about to hire people from another country. Like, not even like, I'm about to hire like people from Japan because I don't know if I'm just being romanticized by the internet, but people in Japan get shit done. I'd pay triple. I'd pay triple to just get it done the right way, bro. I'm so mad. I'm not gonna lie. That shit gets me so heated. I can't, dude. Contractors that just fucking suck. That's just a universal thing. All right. Yeah, Japan has nailless carpentry. I know. That's just crazy. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta get off. I gotta go take care of my daughter. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys don't mind, go follow me on the profiles. Follow me here. If you guys don't mind interacting with some of these posts, make sure you follow TTI. You will get value from this motherfucker. He is absolutely the shit. If you're not following him, I hate you. I'm just kidding. But y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Peace be upon you. Night night. 15,000 likes, dude. Astro, I owe you a kiss. All right.